Today in this video, I'm going to show you how Claude Cowork is changing the way we work. I'm going to show you 6 different ways that you could actually use it in real life. And you don't need to have any technical experience at all. Claude Cowork is truly that. It acts as a coworker. Throughout my examples today, I'm taking calls, doing emails, and doing a Zoom meeting all while it's working in the background. This is bringing the amazing agentic capabilities that Claude has given us, along with the ability to train on your business and your brand. So the content it's creating, it already knows who you are. So it's not just generic content when it's creating things for you, it's made just for you and your business. Well, I hope you enjoy this video and make sure that you subscribe because this is my new channel and I need you. All right, before we dive into the features of Claude Cowork, I need you to hear this one thing. Stop working in your business and start working on it. So if you find yourself stuck in that day-to-day grind, doing all those tasks, putting out all those fires, and you're not actually growing, this is when you need AI because you're not strategizing and you're not scaling. You're just busy with a bunch of tasks. But that's exactly what AI is here to do. So Claude Cowork is the tool that lets you hand off all the repetitive stuff so you can actually focus on what moves the needle. Think of it a little bit like having a virtual employee that works 24/7 right on your computer. Okay, so let's be real for a second. These are the problems that I know you're dealing with because everybody in our community is. You're spending hours and hours on tasks that actually don't grow the revenue. So how much time did you waste last week on stuff that didn't make you money? Probably a lot. Maybe you're completely disorganized. I know I was. Your files are a disaster, your downloads are everywhere, and you spend a bunch of time hunting for your logo every single day. Maybe you're even paying someone else to handle the routine work that could be automated. That's money walking out the door every single month. And the repetitive browser tasks, going to the same websites, filling out the same forms, doing the same thing day in and day out is totally exhausting. And that's what Claude Cowork was actually built to solve. So let me show you how. Quick thing though, before we dive in, if you want step-by-step walkthroughs for everything I'm about to show you, plus automation templates, and prompts for your business, check out our free community, AI Society. The link is in the description in my bio, and that's where AI champions like you come in to actually implement this stuff, not just watch about it. Okay. So let's dive in to number 1. We're starting with something kind of easy, but incredibly powerful. Desktop organization. I know it's not sexy, but my desktop is messy. Look it, I have screenshots everywhere, random downloads, project files, all scattered all over. It's super embarrassing when my Zoom turns on and I have to share my screen. But here's what Claude Cowork does. You literally just tell it, organize my desktop, and give it access to your desktop. And that's exactly what it does. The crazy part is that the average business owner wastes 2.5 hours per week just searching for files. That's 130 hours a year. Think about what you could do with the extra 130 hours a year in your business. This feature alone is worth using Claude Cowork. So let me just show you how it works. All right, so let's use Claude Cowork to organize my desktop. Guys, this is super embarrassing, but look how messy my desktop is. It's mostly like a bunch of screenshots and random things that I've been collecting over the past month. So I'm gonna make sure I'm in Claude Cowork. You can see it says chat, Cowork code, Cowork, and you can see right here it says work in a folder, and I'm going to select desktop and hit open. And then it says here, allow Claude to change files in desktop. I'm going to hit allow. And then I'm going to put in my prompt that says, organize my desktop and create client folders for, I'm gonna say photos and files. So there we go. It's starting the agent and it's gonna get to work and clean up my very messy desktop. It's kind of like punking me right now and telling me I'm very messy and I have a lot of files on my desktop. So it's creating a to-do list and it's going to organize my folders. You can see in the background, my desktop's getting cleaner. It's creating folders. There they go. Cleaning up. Look, no hands. No hands. So there it goes, and it's clean. I now have documents, photos, videos, and JMAI brand, and an untitled folder. What's in there? Oh, that's all screenshots. Perfect. Well, you can see it's super easy to have Claude organize your desktop or whatever folder you want to give it access to in your computer. This is where Cowork really separates itself from every other AI tool out there. It's really amazing at doing multiple things at once and also going into your browsers and getting work done. So do you have something that you do every single day that you have to go to Chrome or Safari or whatever you're using? Well, I'm sure you do. I have a great example to show you, but picture your morning routine with Claude Cowork, where maybe you have forms to fill out or social media posts to do, and you could do it in just minutes with Claude Code. So let me show you an example of how this works. Okay, second thing, and I love this. You can really think about a lot of different tasks that you do every single day and then train Claude to do that thing for you. So you can think of things like maybe every day you do voiceovers in 11 Labs, or maybe every day you do a specific type of prospecting on LinkedIn. Those are the things that you could show Claude how to do, and then it just does it every single time. So every day I go to my school community every morning and I like to see what was posted yesterday and make sure that I am replying to comments and questions. So I'm going to actually ask Claude to do that for me, and not to reply because I like to do that myself, but I want it to give me an overview of comments and questions that came in overnight or over the past 24 hours. So I'm going to say, "Hey Claude, I'd like you to review my school community and tell me if I need to reply to any comments or questions that have come in the past 24 hours. So I'm going to give it a link here and we'll just hit let's go. All right, it's starting the agent request and let's see if it has any questions for me. All right, let me get the browser context set up. So right now it's launching its MCP, you can see here. So it says Claude MCP, and it'll ask me if I want it to allow certain things, and I'm going to say yes. So now Claude is actually in this browser, and it is the agent at work for me. Again, no hands. I'm not doing this. So it's going through and researching. And then in the platform here, it's kind of telling me what it's doing. So it's going through each section and finding out if I need to reply to anyone. You can say always allow for these types of actions if you don't want to sit here and kind of babysit it, which I'm fine with it going into my school community entirely. So I'm just going to hit always allow. So you can see here, now it's going through, sending requests. All right, so it went through all the posts and now it's getting back to me. So there are 24 comments on a specific post and it's saying who posted and if I need to respond to any of them. And while this is working, I can go on and get through my day and check my email, whatever else I need to do. This is, again, just like having an assistant or a coworker doing this for you, especially if you give it access, because then it can just go out on its own. All right, so now it's telling me comments from the past 24 hours, and it's showing that I did not reply to Justin. Sorry, Justin. Let me go back in and reply. And now it's going through another post. I'll let it go through, and then I'll give you an update. All right, so it did a full scrub of all of the comments and posts going on in my community. And if you run a community or if you're just involved on social media, you know it's actually really hard to go into every platform and find out who's been connecting with you or asking questions. So this is a really great way to make sure that I'm getting in touch with everybody when I need to. So this is something that I would train it to do and have it run every day and do this specific task for me while I drink coffee or do my emails or other things. Okay, on to the next. All right, so now let's talk about Claude being your actual assistant. And what does an assistant do? Well, it gets you coffee, it reads your emails, it goes through your calendar, it gives you an overview of who you're talking to and why. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into Cowork and do a new task and say, I want you to review the calendar of events I have this week and give me an overview of who I'm meeting with and why. Just so you know, I did have to make sure that my connectors were on for my Google Calendar. So let's see here. It's saying, I can help you navigate to your calendar using Chrome tools. Let's go with option 2. So if you go to settings, you'll see connectors, and that's where you can turn on access to your calendar. There we go. So it's sending a request to my Google Calendar, and let's see. I wonder if it'll do it in this window or start a new one. It's sending the request. Here we go. It's asking for some permissions. I do have a lot of tabs open, so let's see, where is it going to do it? Here we are. So it's looking through my events. And again, this is just something nice. You're walking into a work week on a Monday morning and you have lots of stuff coming at you, emails, to-do lists, and your calendar. It's nice just to have like a little reminder of who you're meeting with each day and why. You can also ask it to create meetings for you, which I just got a text from somebody who wants to meet tomorrow at, let me see what time she wants to meet. Let's see, I'm meeting with Lauren tomorrow at 1:30. So I'm going to say, can you please create a meeting invite to the following email address on Thursday at 1:30 p.m. All right, so I just asked it to do that, and it's going to create the meeting invite. So now we don't have to log out, log in, get all of this stuff going. It does it for you. Here we go. It's creating the calendar invite. I didn't give it a title, so I wonder what it'll do. Okay, so now it's asking me what to name it. So I'm just going to say meeting with Lauren. And all right, we have the event details in there. It added Lauren, and here we go. It's going to add the title, and then we'll be all set, and it'll save it on my calendar. I mean, the truth is there's a lot of different AI tools to create presentations, but the best part about Claude Code is that we're able to end subscriptions with so many other tools in companies when we get to know Claude Cowork and Claude Code. So today I want to show you how we can create a presentation using Claude Cowork. And I actually have a real presentation coming up, so we might as well try it. So I'm doing AI training for a financial group called Libra Marketing Insurance. So I went ahead and I created this cute little site for them with Lovable about my services and how I can create a custom AI training program just for them. So I'm going to go ahead and put in this prompt. I need you to create a presentation about the services included in this website. Start the presentation by letting them know how important it is to learn AI and how important it is to give your employees and members training that is easy to understand. Use Jam brand tones, but also bring in the theme that you see in this website. All right, there it is. So let's go. So it's starting up the agent, and now we're going to build a beautiful presentation. Let's see if it has any questions for us. On your coffee while you wait and work with your agents. It's the only way to get by. All right, it just asked me for some permissions, and here we go. Okay guys, so I've let this run for a little while and did other work. I just booked a podcast, I wrote a comment on our school, and I came back and it's done. So it went through all the content from this website that I gave it, and it's trying to match the theme and take the content and put it into slides. The cool part about this being Claude is that it's super trained on my voice and tone and brand, so I don't need to do a whole lot when creating content on Claude. It knows me, it knows how I speak, it knows my work. So let's take a look at the PowerPoint it created. And you can see here all the cute little to-do lists that it crossed off already. Make this bigger, right? Here we go. There's a little bit of issues here with the overview, but let's check out the content. So why AI training matters. I like this content. I like how it looks. And then it has my 3 options here that I'm offering them. And then I have what's inside our AI training. And it did exactly what I asked it to do as far as creating a presentation based off the website. I think it did a great job matching the look and feel. I'll just have to work with it a little bit on how it's structured. But honestly, what I do, and this is just a little trick, is I actually download it and then I'll throw it into Canva because I'm a little bit of a control freak and I just like to do a little bit of my own design in these no matter what tool's creating them. So I'll actually count this as done and I'll open it in Canva and add a little bit of my jam flair to this presentation. But this saved me so much time by giving me a great base to start with. We all know that we should be looking at data of sales, metrics around our marketing, whatever it is we're doing that we're putting money into, we need to measure. But it's really hard to do, and we're all wearing multiple hats in our day-to-day lives, and who has time to pull data and look at it? Well, your Claude Coworker does. So what it'll do is it'll actually go to those websites where you need to pull reports, and it'll create a dashboard for you. I have a couple different ways that I've used this, so let me show you how it works. So the data aspect of this is super cool. And I have another project that I can't show you, but I want to tell you this use case. I have multiple streams of income. I have invoices, I have a Stripe account for AI Gym, I have school, and I have a website with other services. So I have multiple streams of income coming in every month. And I needed a place to create a hub just to see my accounting. So I gave Claude access to all of those platforms, and it did create this amazing accounting dashboard. But I just want to tell you to do that because I want you to know that that's a possibility. But today I want to show you a digital footprint for my social media footprint. So I'm really trying to grow. And guys, this is a new YouTube channel. I had to recreate it. Long story, but please follow if you haven't already. And if you're watching this in school, go to my YouTube and subscribe for me, please. So I put in this prompt. Claude, I want you to figure out my digital footprint from a marketing perspective. I'm going to give you my TikTok channel, Instagram channel, LinkedIn, school communities, and YouTube, which I added later. So it was really cool because it said, okay, I understand the task. And then it said, how do you want me to create this information? And I clicked on a little thing that said, create a digital dashboard. So I then gave it all of my links and it goes here. So we have some key metrics about followers, and it's showing just like how many people are following me on different channels. And it's now creating the dashboard. So I think this is so cool and exciting. I have a bunch of things I need to do, so I'm going to keep working and I'll come back and show you what it created. Okay, I just answered some emails, took a phone call, and look, my digital dashboard is done. It took all of these platforms and created this digital marketing footprint. I realized I forgot to put my email list in here, which is like 50,000 people, but this is a great place to start, and it shows like content distribution and monthly reach and followers, impressions. And I think this is really cool because I'm working really hard to grow all of these channels, and it's nice to just have it all in one place. So what sort of data would you create for your business? I mean, you could create any sort of dashboard. Let me know in the comments below. I was actually shocked when I found out that Claude Code can actually edit videos because, geez, what can it do? So let me just steal this prompt right here. I actually did a training yesterday. We did an amazing interview with the CEO of Mocha yesterday in the school group. And so I'm going to say upload my hour training video and create 5 short clips optimized for Instagram Reels under 60 seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and add that file in here. Let's see here. And here we go. I'm just going to hit let's go and see what happens. Let's see if it has any questions for us. What topics or moments should I prioritize when selecting clips for your video? Shoot, I would say engaging and key teaching moments. And then it's asking me aspect ratio, which I love. I'm going to go with this 9:16. And do you want text overlays? I'm going to say no because I like to add those in my social platforms. All right, so there it is. It's getting to work, and I'll show you what it comes up with in just a minute. I literally was hiring somebody from Fiverr to do this for me, and now I don't have to. It took my entire hour-long video. It made 5 clips. And it also gave me kind of an overview of what each clip was like. And I just took a look and they look awesome. I really like this one where you can actually see Nick and the speaker.
So our mission is really one of empowerment. I get very excited.
So I love that. I don't have to edit. It went through the transcript. It cut it up at great points of conversation. And now I don't have to pay for another editing tool or a person on Fiverr. Cool. All right. Let's go into the next feature. Well, what if you had an AI assistant that could actually give you a morning briefing? Now you do with Claude Cowork. It'll actually log into your Google system, and you could put in a prompt like this. Give my morning briefing, calendar summary, important emails, and upcoming deadlines. And it'll go into your email, your calendar, and your tasks, and it'll give you an overview of everything that you need to know for the workday ahead. Let me show you how I did this to create my morning briefing, which now I know I'm going to need to do every morning. Now, I know we already showed you how Claude could go in and create a calendar invite, but here we can have it be your total assistant and ask it to give you a morning briefing. So I'm saying check my Gmail for important client emails and summarize them in bullet points, what's on my calendar today and what are my top priorities, what deadlines do I have this week, and what needs immediate attention. So I love this because I've oftentimes wanted to hire somebody to help me go through my email, but there's also some stuff in there where it's like, I don't know if I want them to see it, but I don't care if Claude sees it. So I'm going to go ahead and let this run, and then I'll come back and check my morning briefing from my assistant. Okay, so here we go. It took a little while, but it's okay because I had a call, and it went through all of my stuff. It went through today's schedule. It has all these important emails to get back to. And that's awesome because I actually forgot one of those. Deadlines. Oh, I have to do something for a member. It saw that in my calendar. And then it says upcoming this week, things that I have to do. And then it gave me my top priorities. So just imagine, run this every morning and you'll have your own AI assistant right inside Claude Cowork. Holy crap, that's a lot of ways to use Claude Cowork. I hope that you enjoyed this video and learned something. Tell me in the comments what you're most excited to do with Claude Cowork, or what you've done that maybe I didn't show in these features. And if you liked this video, please make sure to subscribe and click my links in bio for free AI prompts and access to our AI community.